Hi, welcome back. This is going to be a general reading for Aries. And we're starting out with one card from each of these decks here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I do appreciate that. This here is the Wolfpack deck. All right, so we're starting out with card number 14. This reads that it's a time of self-discovery, breaking away from old roots, habits, an opportunity to start a new life, a time to look at things from a different perspective and do not look back here. All right? So that discovery card, and we're going to get one from this deck also, and then we'll pull some tarot and find out where we're going. All right, or possibly three. So we're starting out with hearing messages from spirit here. There may be communication coming in here. This is all about being in the flow here, just as the card reads, being in the flow. The flow in order to, receive messages, feeling balanced and receptive is the word I'm looking for here. And we have starting fresh. So this time of self-discovery, breaking away from old roots and habits and starting a new life, starting fresh here. Wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life here. Look how balanced that card looks. Really beautiful here, Aries. A nice start here. All right, so let's start out with this deck here, and we'll see where we're going. We're starting out with the Star card, so we're starting out with some healing energy here, which is really beautiful. This could be inspiration, feelings of hope for the future as well. It could be manifesting a dream here as well. So a lot of things here that the Star is, but also very healing. We have the Page of Wands coming next. So the Page of Wands would talk about creative ideas, a fresh insight, enthusiasm. It looks like we're moving a little fast here, almost like we can't keep up with ourselves. We have the Hierophant coming out next. There is I feel like, so in speaking about messages from spirit here, there's a little bit of thinking going on with this Hierophant. So the Hierophant would represent a spiritual teacher or knowledge coming in. I feel like we're deciphering messages. There's a little sense of having to figure something out with that Hierophant here. So we'll clarify with tarot after we get a few additional cards here. Okay. We have the Justice card coming in. So the Justice card is all about fairness. This can also be forgiveness as well. Making, accepting responsibility, making decisions here. Anything else here before we put this deck back? All right, we're gonna keep those here, and let's start out with the Star card and clarify that Star card here. All right, so like we said, this could be a realization, inspiration, some truth being revealed. We have the Six of Pentacles popping out here in the upright. So the Six of Pentacles would talk about reciprocity, equal give and take. What goes around comes around, so to speak, like giving and receiving here. We have the Wheel of Fortune. This is the card of what goes around comes around here. Um, I knew I felt that. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune. We'll talk about opportunities coming in, taking a chance on something. Uh, what goes around comes around here. This is about also destiny. We may be at a point in our lives where we feel like taking a risk on an opportunity. All right. Uh, anything else for that star card here? The Five of Swords. Well, I need to get another card with that. So fives are a number of change here to the King of Pentacles. So what I see here is, let's just organize these here. So seems like things are evening out here, balancing here. In that Wheel of Fortune, it seems like the timing is now for things to finally balance out and come into focus here. So it looks like, to me, we're leaving this chaos and conflict here and sort of figuring things out. The Five of Swords would indicate some drama or tension going on here, but none of the other cards are screaming that to me here. So the King of Pentacles showing up here would indicate knowledge here. Honestly, I'm feeling like the Midas touch, sort of good instincts. This opportunity here that may be coming in would be successful here as well. All right. Let's ask about this Page of Wands now. So we have here showing up in reverse the Two of Wands and the King of Cups. So what I see here is a decision here. A decision that may affect our our emotions here for sure. So the King of Cups would be somebody who is emotionally stable, knows their own limits. I feel like somebody is pushed beyond their limits here and a little bit hesitant about this opportunity. Wow, we have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords coming out here. This could be a relationship here. Not often do the King and Queen come out of the same suit by themselves here. So this would be, well, let's first talk about the Queen of Swords is very direct, no nonsense, very honest person here, very strong character. The King of Swords would be also very assertive, somebody who has high standards. That would be a problem solver here. All right, so let's get another card here because it seems like there's a decision to make here moving forward that, something is not moving forward. Or honestly, with the Chariot showing up in reverse, this would be maybe not having control over our feelings here. We did have the King of Cups in reverse, which is, in the upright would be emotional stability. In the reverse, it would be overwhelmed here with emotions here, not being able to stay calm. With the Chariot in reverse, in the upright would be that self-belief in ourselves, that willpower here, and something we don't believe is going to work out in our favor here. Anything else before I move on to the Hierophant? The Eight of Swords. So in the upright, the Eight of Swords would talk about what's holding us back would be ourselves. I mean, you can see in this card we're stuck, but that bird could totally fly away. but they're not. So we're keeping ourselves stuck in a situation here that we don't want to be in. There's definitely an uncomfortableness here. The energy definitely shifted between these two rows quite dramatically here. We'll clarify that with a different deck, but I am going to get a card for this Hierophant with this deck here. So the Hierophant talks about traditions. This could be a spiritual teacher or somebody's advice that we're definitely thinking here, contemplating our traditions, our Four of Wands. So we're talking about marriage here. Okay, so there's, I see a relationship. It doesn't have to be marriage, but a relationship here. One that was stable or is still stable. I'm not saying that it's not, but there are some arguments here coming out. And with that Hierophant card coming out, it would be, I am looking at a marriage or something, a couple, we're talking about a couple that has been together here. We have the Seven of Swords coming out with that, with the arguments that I see here. The Seven of Swords is our not so great card. This is deception here. It could also be somebody's lying to themselves, staying when they want to leave, keeping themselves stuck as well. We're definitely going to have to clarify this here. All right. Let's switch decks now before we get to that Justice card here. All right. So let's ask here. In the first row, we see that Star card. So again, we're talking about a realization. This could be what we want to come in, because the Star card can also be manifesting a dream, something that hasn't yet happened here. All right. So let's ask, what are we manifesting? What do we want to happen here? What do we think it's the right time for? Talking about timing and being successful here. Ooh, all right, that card flew far away. Hold on just 1 second. Okay. All right. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords here showing up. It's not a happy one here. It's we need to get another card here, because honestly, I'm not sure how it landed. The Hanged Man. So, I mean, regardless of how it landed, the Knight of Swords. So, we don't want to be in this situation. It looks like there's a lot of arguing again here. I mean, if it was in the upright, that's not great energy here. Somebody is definitely being judged or criticized, or somebody is not happy and they're yelling at somebody else. So, and if it were in reverse, we would want to get out of that. Either way, we don't want that here. So the Hanged Man is actually this epiphany. I see here this realization. We don't want to be in this situation any longer. We want to remove ourselves from a toxic situation is what I see here. Let's get one more card with that. The Lovers here. It looks like we want to make a choice. The Lovers in is actually the card of choice, right? I feel like you're being asked, what does love mean to you here? Okay, let's move on to this pile here. So we see having a tough time making a decision. It seems like somebody feels stuck or two people feel stuck. It seems like if we make this decision, there's a lot of emotions involved here. It does look with the swords couple coming out. There's this honesty here. I feel like both people know what to do. They're just not doing it here for whatever reason. So let's ask about that. Why the Eight of Swords? Why are we keeping ourselves stuck here? Because of the kids? Okay. It doesn't have to be children, but the Sun card is, there's a picture of a child on there. There's usually a baby on the Sun card. It is a young energy. If it's not children, wow, our fears and of the unknown here, of the future, how things are going to turn out here. Aries, I'm so sorry. I can't pick the cards that come out here. All right. So to me, this is pretty clear. We're staying in a relationship here because it's easier to stay here because of children. And, I'm not judging. So many people do. And sometimes that is the best choice. So, everyone makes their own decisions here. So let's keep going with this here. The Hierophant here, we've talked about that. Let's look at this Justice card. So this would be, the Justice card can talk about fairness, making compromises, making decisions here. It can also talk about accepting responsibility. We did see that Seven of Swords come out, which is a little bit of deception. That's, liar, cheater, thief here. Seven of Cups. We're going to get another card with that. Nine of Swords here. Okay, so if we're talking about accepting responsibility here, in the Seven of Cups here, this is somebody who's not putting any effort in to, you can see here, this person is not paying attention. They're not taking the advice from their teacher. They're not in class. They're not learning. So they're not applying any skills, anything that they've learned here. They're not reading the book. So they're not actively trying to make anything better in a situation. They're just daydreaming here, pretending that it's not going on around them, maybe, here. And we have the Nine of Swords coming out, which is a lot of worries here, maybe some sleepless nights. So I do see a need for justice, for a decision, possibly some accepting of responsibility here. The Five of Pentacles. Again, we have children showing up in this, watching the children here, feeling like a little bit of helpless, of left out, not knowing what to do, how to help here. Anything else with that Justice card? The Hierophant. So what we're talking about is we need advice here. This could be time to seek counsel, seek somebody well-respected's advice on a particular situation here. All right, this may be different for many people with different things at play here, but the Hierophant did come out. side note, if we saw somebody who gave us information that wasn't making sense here, maybe talk to somebody else. Might be a message for somebody here, some advice on how to proceed. Uh, so what comes next here is the Five of Cups and the Queen of Swords. So the Five of Cups would be loss here, regret. And the Queen of Swords, again, a second time, we have somebody very honest, this strong character here, very direct in their communication. In this card, this comes across strongly as a Queen of Swords who isn't taking any crap from anyone here. She's literally used her sword to cut out toxicity, and I mean, you can see, you know, people she's cut out of her life here in the background. That may be the justice that's coming in. This may be a separation here, okay? That might not be true for everybody here. If it isn't a relationship, it could be co-workers here as well. We may be finding a new job here, one that fits us better, with less drama here, okay? So let's pull another deck here, and let's get some, not this deck. Let's find out the next steps for this Queen of Swords here, all right? The Hierophant again here. I can't make this up. I would say this is learning everything she can here by somebody that she respects, admires, somebody knowledgeable on a particular subject. I say she because we're talking about the Queen of Swords. It doesn't have to be female here. All right, this is just energy. So we would be seeking advice about our options here. And this would say the Knight of Pentacles would be that it's time to take action here. The Knight of Pentacles is persistent, very dedicated. It's time to put effort in here and get moving while staying grounded here. Honestly, this Knight of Pentacles has that Magician hat on. I feel like somebody is ready to manifest this. I mean, we talked about in the very beginning this discovery, this new beginning, this fresh start. All right. Anything else here? The Magician? Are you kidding me? All right. So for sure, this that's what I felt here. I feel like moving on, and it's going to open up so many opportunities here, Aries. I'd like to go back and look at that star card here, because I feel like this fresh start is like just around the corner. Definitely going to be different. So we're talking about, if we're talking about breaking away from old roots, habits, a marriage, children possibly involved also, and starting a new life here. We'd be talking about looking at things from this new perspective here, maybe getting closer to something we always wanted, manifesting this dream that we always had, right? So let's talk about this in more depth. the Star card, this hopefulness here. We have the Ace of Swords here. It did fall in reverse. Whoa, okay. So what this would, wow, okay. What we are doing here is we have the Page of Cups and the Three of Swords. So of course the Three of Swords is a deep wound, right? But I mean, look at this. I'm not downplaying any hurt here, but just trying to stay positive here. Look at this growth from that. Everything we've learned, right? This new beginning that is able to bloom from this, okay? So if we were lied to, if we couldn't see a clear way forward here, we may just beginning to get to that point where we're having this inspired love for our life here again. All right. The Page of Cups also talks about forgiveness. So we may be able to forgive somebody or maybe ourselves here. Okay. All right. Let's keep going here with that Star card. The King of Pentacles, Aries. So the King of Pentacles in the feminine version, there's actually two of each in this deck here, a masculine and a feminine energy. So the King of Pentacles would talk about knowledge, good instincts to succeed here. You know, this one sort of has this Midas touch, right? I feel like just success. This is optimism here. Always, you know, thinking about what's best for our future and our family is always going to be at the forefront here right now. All right. Let's get another card with that. Page of Swords. All right. So this is, now we are getting into this objective thinking. We're paying attention. We're gaining clarity. We have these ideas. This would say, go for it, right? Go for it. We've learned a lot. And now it's time to literally blow this dandelion and all these wishes around and be optimistic. All right? So if you needed encouragement, that's it right there. The Chariot. Okay, well, let's just talk about this encouragement here. So it doesn't matter, even if we're moving slow, like this snail, as long as we're moving in the right direction, right? So this is self-belief. This is having that willpower, wanting that victory, controlling ourselves here, right? Anything else here for Aries before we close this out? We'll go one more time. The Ace of Pentacles. New beginnings. All right. No matter how long it takes for them to pop up, that's the direction you're headed, Aries. Okay? I'm going to end this right here, Aries. I wish you the best and have a great rest of your day, okay?